What is up, you guys? It's your boy Captain Jack. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna get out there on the water today, but look at this nastiness behind us. We got a bunch of cells rolling through. Rain's about to hit us, but we're gonna try to send it. We're gonna try to do an offshore mission, and I have a really special surprise for Spencer, who's on the trip with us. And I've been hyping this up, and I'm excited to show you guys. Oh God, the rain's coming. Wow. Well, it was good. Put your gear on or what? It was good for a second. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got to put our gear on. God dang it. All right. Yeah, we got to prep for this rain. You can see behind me, it's gonna be wet. Hey, we got the water bowl. We got to earn that. Uh-oh. Yeah, dude, here's the bowl. Quick, we have a nice gap with no rain. Spencer. All right, I gotta surprise Spencer with this hack. Spencer, check this out, dude. Look at the flashers that self-jerk. Check this out. Self-jerking flashers. Unzip this. It's heavy. Yeah. Pull one out. Yeah, you made your own FRVs? Oh, you little. What are these things? Little jet rack packs? Yes, sir. Where do they go on? Your arm? On your arm. And then you have this little clip right here. Where do you get all these weird technology things from? You clip this and that's your accelerator. Really? Yeah. So you can go hands-free, like, and it clips on your finger. Yeah. So what, you put it on your arm, like? Yeah, you put it on your arm and we can go hands-free. Yeah. Yeah. It attaches to your arm. What? Where do you get these from? Where do you guys get these? They sent, so Waydoo sent it to me. These are these Subnados, and they're they're Waydoo? Like underwater scooters, and they attach to your arm. Get out of here. And so that way we'll be able to spear while we're like have hands-free propulsion and leg-free propulsion. We'll conserve energy. Just don't let it get loose. Yeah, don't let it take off. All right, at least we got beautiful weather. Like, look at this. How sick is that, dude? We'll see how they function, but cool idea altogether. I know, I'm excited. Waydoo? Yeah. Yeah, and then so you can like hold your gun, have the accelerator, and you can clear with your other hand and make your way down. Jesus Christ, dude. All right, let's see. All right, well, we're gonna try to shoot up. Did you got Apple like this earlier? What? No, I didn't. Nothing like that, dude. That thing is legit. They're legit. All right, but we're gonna shoot up. It is freaking coming down, but there is no wind, and I think it's gonna be pretty calm out there. Let me show you what I got in my bag real quick. What I'm rocking with: spare bands for my gun, just in case. I got some defog. Put that back, and then my main stuff. Got my mask, GoPro mount, and that's a hammerhead mask. I love the hammerhead. That thing works pretty well. Got one glove for my left hand, red rum topper, Epsilon bottom, and I got these Moana fins. And if you want fin recommendation, you know I'm going to tell you Moanas. They're top notch in my opinion. But also the wetsuits I'm wearing, it's going to be a 2-cell closed for my bottom, so I can it's not going to be super cold. And then the topper is just a 1.5, just to kind of keep jellies off. It's summer still, so it's gonna be a little warm. Got my FRV. If you don't know about that, check out some of my other videos. I talk about that. Helps you dive safe. Doesn't replace a buddy though. And then I got my flashers, Mercury flashers, and now my weight belt. Got my belt reel, dive knife, and I'm only rocking, I think, like 5 pounds of weight. I always like to be underweighted rather than overweighted, but that's kind of what I'm rocking, using the Rob Allen. It's back there. You'll see it in action underwater, and we'll test out these Waydoo Subnados once we get offshore. And I'll also go into a little more specs and everything about the Waydoo Subnados, and we'll see if they work. Hopefully they do. I can't see them not working, so I'm pretty excited about it. But we'll see you guys out there on the water, and we'll see you down below. Woo. It's a beautiful day on the water today. Beautiful day. Bahamas? Yeah, it's the Bahamas weather. Good time we crossed my boat, it was like this entire way. Woo! I can't even see. The wettest crossing ever. Alright, let's get wet before we get wet. Alright, so finally laid down, and I got this thing set up. It has a little clicker right here. That's gonna be my propulsion, and that way I can like hold on to my gun and I can still, you know, accelerate with it. So, and I can clear my ears with my right hand. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna test it out underwater. Welcome back underwater, everyone. Now I am so excited to share this video with you. I was very skeptical about trying this Subnado out, but it ended up working fantastic, and you'll see throughout the video my attempts on fish, as well as, you know, some of the special features that this thing has. Now its max depth is up to 196 feet, so as a free diver, you don't really have to worry about running out of, you know, going too deep or worrying about it malfunctioning at depth. And also the best part about it is it has a really high speed, and that's what I used all day. Whenever you click the little throttle 3 times, it goes into a high speed mode, and you can haul butt with that. And that's what I did to get down 0 kicks all the way down to the bottom, so I had a full fresh, you know, fresh set of lungs. And this was literally my first dive. I go down to the bottom and I try to use the Subnado a little bit. I think I was a little overweighted because the Subnado has a little weight to it, and I tried using it, but I was kind of sinking down to the bottom. A huge mutton is off in the distance, and I try to close the gap, and he starts giving me the tail wag, and I take a long shot on him. Now I kind of jerked my gun a little bit up, and I shot just high. Now this guy will be fine. It was kind of a flesh wound. Unfortunately, I didn't get a holding shot, and I'm really upset about this one because this was an absolute stud mutton. Would have been amazing to have this in the boat immediately at the beginning of the day.
Stud mutton. Dang it.
I shot low. God dang it.
Now another cool feature about this Subnado is that it has a runtime for about an hour. It's 56 minutes, and also you can charge it super fast in 1.2 hours, and it also does reverse charging where you can use it as a external battery bank. It uses USB-C, and you can charge GoPros, charge your phones, anything you need to charge. You can use this thing as an external battery pack, which is, I think, a really cool feature. You could use it in a pinch if you need to charge something and you're on the boat going remote islands. You can always use it to charge, as well as it has different capabilities of, you can turn it into a 2-handed scooter with just a simple attachment, and then you can also mount it to the bottom of your paddleboard and have a electric paddleboard, and where you have propulsion. And the best part about it is I've tried other types of scooters, and the biggest problem is you have to use 2 hands to operate them. With this one, it's 1 hand, and you even have that 1 hand open and free because of the way it's set up with the throttle. It's just a ring that goes around your finger, and then you use your other finger to pinch it, and you have all your other rest of your hand open to hold on to your spear gun while you clear your ears with your other hand. And if you get a fish in your hand, you still have 2 hands open to handle the fish, and you'll see it later in the video where I actually spear a fish while I'm using this Subnado. But yeah, effort free, and you can save your kicks with your fins in case you actually need them. If you guys are interested in this, I'll leave a code in the description below if you want to check out the price point on them, see what you can afford. They have multiple packs where you get 2 of them for a cheaper price. There's different features that they have, but yeah, check out the link in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or reach out to me personally via email. But you can see, heading down, I'm literally excelling with my left hand, which is holding my spear, and I have my right hand completely free to clear my ears. So now in this drop, I do exactly what you want to do. Go down to the bottom. I have plenty of time, not stressing for air at all because I didn't kick at all going down to the bottom. And I'm diving this like 60-foot zone, and it really doesn't feel like 60 feet. It feels like probably 20 to 30 feet.
and I see a nice mutton off in the distance. Now I'm kind of hesitant on shooting it. I was like, is he big enough? I'm not sure, so I didn't really, pursue him hard, but he came right into me, and then I realized, all right, he's plenty big enough. Lined up a really good shot. I still shot a little high, though. I was kind of going for the stone shot. That cuda kind of came in, and I was a little worried he was going to maybe take a bite, but looked at the shot, didn't need to baby him too much, pulled him all the way up, and nice mutton, so at least we're not going to go home hungry.
To not shoot him. I'm glad I did. Here. Dude, Waydoo got it. The Waydoo. I was about to not shoot him. And then I was like, wait, I think he is big enough. I know, I almost didn't shoot him. I was sitting there staring at him for a while, and I was like, I think he might be legal. The fish bag is right behind the cooler. Any luck? Any luck? Nothing. We got a couple muttons. So they're around. Yeah, mutton, snapper, they're around. Good luck, guys. Another one? Oh yeah. We saw a big kingfish come under your boat earlier.
So you see me right there, I tapped the button 3 times fast, which put it in that super hyper speed mode. Did a little duck dive, and that's all I needed to do, just hold my hand out, and I just haul butt right to the bottom. Now I'm diving this rubble stuff. When I get to the bottom, I think just the thing of me dropping silently might attract fish, and it really does on this drop. I go to the bottom, look off, and there is a very good hogfish for our area. Nice male hogfish. I'm kind of half-hearted on the shot because I don't really like shooting local hogfish, but I decided to take this one, and unfortunately I completely whiffed on this shot. I was really disappointed in myself. I should have taken my time. Obviously the fish was not going anywhere. Even after I shot, he was still hanging around. I could have called out to Spencer to maybe see if he wanted to come over and take a shot at him, but I just cut my losses. Like I said, I'm not really a huge fan of shooting local hogfish, just because I like to, I'd rather see the population flourish so it can maybe one day become as good as the Bahamas. And over in the Bahamas, you can be super selective. They're monsters over there, but I kind of just laugh it off at the surface, and I mean it's almost a running joke that it was the easiest shot ever, and I totally whiffed, and I guess it can happen to anyone.
I'd rather not talk about it. What'd you miss? It looks right in front of you. Hogfish. Like point blank. Yeah, I don't know why I missed it either. I'd rather not talk about it. I was about to poke it. Oh God. Oh dude. Hey. One successful fish. How long was it? You didn't need to. Yeah, I know we didn't need to. I almost didn't shoot him. The other one I shot was probably about 2 or 3 times the size of that one. Yeah, I know that first one was a monster. Stupid. Yeah, there's little ones down there. There's a good amount though. Dude, I missed a hogfish. That was probably the easiest shot I could have ever had. It was insane. Oh God. But I was kind of half-hearted on it because local hogfish, I'd rather them. Yeah, maybe I am rusty. I don't know.
Now we've dropped into kind of a deeper zone, different spot altogether, hoping for some pelagics. That's why we got the flashers rocking. But we will sit at the surface, do some breathe ups, and hope to make some deeper drops. You guys can hold your breath with me on this one. I use the Subnado to go all the way down to the bottom. I believe it's like 81 to the sand, and I just go sit down there. It's crazy the amount of bottom time I have and the difference it makes in not having to kick to the bottom, not having to really stress at all. It's like you're just holding your breath and not moving at all. The only stress I'm putting on myself is holding the throttle with my finger, which is nothing. So get all the way down to the bottom. I'm in 81 feet, but it really feels like I'm in 50 feet. It's insane how quickly this thing gets me to the bottom. Not only because I'm leading with a heavier object, but also I'm just the propulsion just launches me down there. On this dive, I'm hoping to kind of pull some muttons in with some grunting, with some dusting. We have a little bit of chum going down, and the triggers and stuff are going crazy on it, but I'm just trying to keep my eyes peeled for something a little bit more, a little better, a little bigger, but nothing ends up coming in. Obviously, the triggerfish are, getting a little excited here. And even if you are down there and there's smaller fish and you're not seeing any big fish, if you're a little patient, a lot of times big fish not only will come after the dust cloud and the chum, but they'll sense the commotion that the smaller fish are going, that they're going crazy over some food, and bigger fish will come in and think it's a food opportunity. So if you're down there, if you're patient, you could have a chance at a bigger fish coming in. But yeah, nice solid dive, very minimal effort. I could have stayed down there longer, but I was kind of just, didn't really want to push myself, and I was just kind of playing it safe on this trip.
I see ya.
Same thing again, diving a different zone though. We hopped to a big wreck. Didn't really see a whole lot, but this was my first pass on the wreck. I go down the flashers. We do have a little bit of chum going down to the bottom, but nothing too crazy. Like there was a rainbow runner right there off to the left. But once I started going down, I see a really big mutton off in the distance. And unfortunately, luckily I hardly dispensed any energy to go after him, but the current was absolutely pumping. I tried to chase after him using the Subnado, but it just wasn't enough torque to get me all the way to him. Now, if I had if I had one on each arm, I might try that in the future. Let me know. Comment below if you would be interested in seeing how rocking two of them would work, one on each arm. It would be double the speed. It would have to be. But yeah, I ended up cutting my losses with that big mutton. I don't even know if you guys could see it. It was pretty far off in the distance. And I just decided to drift and float over past the wreck. And like I said, normally I would have already been up at the surface. If I would have chased after a mutton up current, I would have just, once I didn't realize it wasn't happening, I would just head straight up to the surface. But because I was using the Subnado, not kicking at all, and just letting the torque of the machine pull me, I was able to continue to drift and finish the drift over that entire wreck, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I was just normally kicking.
Where's Spitz? How did he know?
So we're getting close to the end of our dives, and I wanted to really, and honestly, this was one Subnado the entire trip. I didn't charge it. It lasted the entire day. Towards the end, I could see it was kind of starting to lose its juice a little bit. I couldn't go into the 3-speed fast mode. I guess it had a little fail-safe to where you can't go into the hyperspeed if the battery's critical. So I just go down at a normal speed on this drop, and I wanted to kind of scour the reef a little bit. And I figured since I'm not doing any, you know, excessive kicking. I'm just gonna use the Subnado to go fast. And the way the current was going, the current down deep was not moving as fast as the current on the surface. So I was able to keep up with my buddy diver by going faster down the reef and keeping up with him from the surface while expending no energy. And like I said, this did not feel like 76 feet. It felt like 50 feet. It was bizarre how the Subnado almost turned this diving into like a little playground for me, because I felt like I could go anywhere and I could fight any current. But yeah, it was able to help me stay with my diver because the current was a little funky, which made it even a little more safer. So now I had another Subnado in the boat, but we were kind of ending the day. It was our last drift, or one of our last drifts. And so I took the Subnado off, wanted to just head down. It was a fairly shallow spot, wasn't going to really push myself. Tried to go down to the sand, and I realized we weren't really near that much structure, so I kind of just hung, you know, just a little bit above the bottom. Looked around and saw a nice kingfish off in the distance. Without a doubt, this guy was legal. So I line up, take the shot, and landed a solid spine shot. Now, I didn't fully spine him, but I definitely did a lot of damage to where he was totally, pretty much demobilized. Made it easy to get him without having to stress or possibly losing the fish to sharks or just having him tear out. So that's how you want it to go down if you could every time. Solid fish. Oh, and you see how my spear almost slipped through, so I wanted to make sure I engaged the flopper so I can get a hold of the fish. Don't want him sliding off the end of the spear and kind of quivering away and causing any issues.
Mutton that was like borderline. What is it? Hey Dad, can you throw my phone under the seat? Alright, thank you. These are the conditions that we live for. It poured, yeah, no, hold on. It poured out in the morning when we came out, and when we're headed in, it's doing the same thing. You can't see the shoreline. So we're just heading into the wind because we know the direction is coming out of the west, and we know that's shore. Woo. Hey, got that king. Got the king.
How many species are there? Like,
We got kingfish. I shot the mutton.
Jack, you on fire, bro.
I should have shot that other mutton, man. That stinks. But
Still all good fish. I didn't see any shooter.
yeah, right.
One king, but he was already gone.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I thought you saw a giant rainbow runner.
no, I shot upwards at it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw it fall.
So that Subnado was sick. Using that, conserving energy like it was nothing. But I'm gonna see you guys when I head back in. And we'll see what we get into whenever we cook up this fish. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something special. All right, this is one of the prize catches.
muttons, you can feel the soft spot right at the top of the head. Make an incision right here if you can. You might need it.
You might need a sharp knife.
Yeah, you might need a sharper knife. All right, and then you go in the head all the way down, backbone. You don't really have to do a lot of, you just kind of push it. I don't know why I keep doing that. All right, and then once you do there, you just slice down the rib cage. You can feel it all the way down, all the way down. You go over the spine. Got the pin bones right here. You go all the way, press all the way through like that.
There it is.
There it is. Not a lot of the rib cage meat. And then just to fillet it out, angle your knife about 45, and then as you get closer to the skin, kind of take it away. Maybe like just ride your knife right along, just like that. Oh, little hiccup there, but just kind of trim it up as you need. And then those pin bones, that lateral line right there, cut, pull it, and just cut it. Then we'll just slice that. Boom, 2 fat stacks right there. And we're gonna show you what we do with this once we get back home, so do not go anywhere. You heard?
Yeah, try to eat that, you cat son.
Oh shit, they're doing it. Damn. Welcome back to my house, you guys. Now, I lost the footage of me cooking that mutton. So I'm gonna have the next best thing, which is I went on a deer hunt recently and I just posted that video. That was my last video I posted. If you, after this video, check out that video. This is gonna be a cookout of that meat that I use from that deer. So now what I did was I got the hams and I tenderized them and I beat them down, and we got some nice, beautiful steaks like that. I'm gonna keep it really simple. I got the grill started here, and I got this nice little salt block that I'm gonna wipe down with some, just some water. And I'm gonna try to cook on the salt block. Apparently it gives it a little bit of extra flavor. And then the rest of it I'm gonna cook on the regular grill top. Not gonna cook it very long. This deer meat, it's very, very tender. And you just have to cook it very kind of slow and very fast. Because otherwise as in fast as in take it off soon. But that trip I went on was absolutely incredible. You have to check out that video. And I hope you like this video, and also the Waydoo. I will leave a link in the description below. Be sure to take a look at that, as well as the deals on the actual website. There is a huge discount that you can get on them right now, so check out the website. So now, to prep the grill, I went ahead and let it cook for, I just let it sit here and be on fire for a little bit. I got these little scrapers, gonna give it a nice scrape. And then from this point, I have some easy, just some Grill Master oil. I'm gonna spray it on there, just a little bit at a time. You don't want to make this thing come up in flames and catch you on fire. I'm not gonna do anything to the salt block. Apparently, you're not supposed to. I was checking the temperature. I think that might have to cook a little bit longer, but I'm gonna wipe that down with some water. I've never used the salt block, but apparently it's pretty sweet. It adds flavor. But what I did for seasoning, check this out, kept it really easy, really simple. The Montreal steak seasoning, that's usually my go-to. You don't need a whole lot. I just sprinkle some on it. Nothing else, no oil, nothing crazy. I'm gonna throw this on. Look at those tender little, very thin pieces of meat. They're not even sizzling. This thing is not quite hot. There it goes. And then these, I'll throw on the salt block. Like I said, I've never done the salt, but apparently it adds some flavor. And I also put them seasoning down, and that's what I'm gonna go ahead, get this seasoning and throw it a little bit on there. Don't need a lot. God, this fire's hot. All right, I'm gonna close this real quick. It does not need to go very long. Yeah, how cool is that Waydoo? I'm definitely gonna take that out again in the future. It's really not a whole lot to carry with you going down, and it's insane how much it saves your legs of kicking. And if you want to, you can just not use it and kick, and it doesn't really hinder you from spearing or anything like that. Tiva, are you gonna eat some of the meat? She's such a huntress. Not really. Whoa. All right. So yeah, literally I've been on camera with you guys the whole time, and I'm already, yeah, maybe just a little bit longer. I know the salt block is gonna take a little bit longer, but when I flip these guys, I'll show you what it looks like. And I am so excited. I'm freaking starving. Been working all day. I'm hungry. All right, you guys, got this stuff off. The stuff on the block needed to cook just a little bit longer, but this is fresh off the grill part. It's nice and hot. Man, so simple. It's not spicy. That Montreal does a really good job at like having simple flavors in it, like the meat just absorbs into it. Tiva's looking to get some food. Tiva, did you want some? See what she thinks. Tiva, sit pretty. Oh, good girl. Good girl. All right, so that was freaking amazing. I cannot wait to try the ones that were on the salt block. I think one of them might be ready. It's a little more tender. Yeah, I think it's a little more tender. I think it might be ready. This is the one off the salt block. I think it might be a little more salty. Yeah. That's freaking good. Man, that salt block is really good. My sister gave that to me for a birthday present, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Holy cow, that one has a way more flavor. Whew. Yeah, try looking into these salt blocks. This is my first time trying it. That's really good. Night and day difference, and I'm glad I tried the non-salt block before I tried the actual salt block. That's freaking delicious. But yeah, guys, I loved doing these simple dives. I got a couple more of those coming your way. Nice, easy afternoon, day, quick missions, just to get dinner. I absolutely love it. Normally I do cooking of the fish, but you know, on this case, unfortunately I lost the footage, and I got you the next best thing. Check out that other video of me getting that deer. There was some high emotions. I got everything on camera, and it is an epic weekend hunt. It's a nice long video, so you guys would definitely enjoy it. And if you haven't seen my other stuff, be sure to check that out. If you enjoyed this one, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to you guys, and I bring you a video every week, and I love hearing the support, reading the comments, and yeah, just thanks for joining me on this adventure. Check out that Waydoo, link in the description below, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Later.